Hello and welcome to another episode of Mogobe Nuggets of Wisdom podcast. I'm going to share with you top 10 nuggets of wisdom for running a successful law firm in Botswana and in Africa accordingly. I think this is a subject that I can share on because I've been practicing law in this part of the world now for 4 decades. And during those 4 decades, I've had the law firm that I've been running for 32 years, Lerumo Mogobe Legal Practitioners, which was initially known as Sehopolo and Mogobe Legal Practitioners. Now, let me share with you these top 10 nuggets. The first one is legal mastery. That means that you should know the law. In addition to that, you need to cultivate a deep understanding of the diverse legal systems across the place from which you're operating, and in this case, across the African countries from which you provide a service. This will enable you to provide effective counsel to your clients. Knowledge of the law is a must, and there's no shortcut with regard to this. Number 2, cultural sensitivity. You need to respect and adapt to the cultural nuances of each country. In this case, Botswana, from which I operate, and to some degree South Africa, from which a lot of our clients were coming. This plays a crucial role in building trust and rapport with clients. And this is very, very important because having an attorney and client relationship is the same as having a doctor and patient relationship. It is something that has to be cultivated, that is delicate, that has to be worked upon. Number 3, client prioritization. Here, it means you focus on your client's needs and you build a strong relationship by offering tailored solutions that address their specific challenges. Remember that clients come to you when they are facing an existential crisis in some cases, or facing a huge problem. So how do you deal with this? How do you prioritize clients? I often talk to the young pupils or young lawyers that are under me, and I say to them, you need to develop a recency mindset. That means that you have to have constant recent communication with your clients. This means that constant emails, at least once a month, an email has to go to the client, updating them as to what's going on in their case. Even if nothing is happening and you are seeking further instructions, you prioritize your clients by asking for further instructions. Silence doesn't cut it. And in this day and age, you need to be constantly in touch with your clients by WhatsApp if necessary. But I'd recommend email. Number 4, ethical integrity. Uphold the highest ethical standards to build a reputation for trustworthiness and professionalism in the legal industry. This one is more so if you look at the fact that in Botswana we are governed by the Law Society of the Republic of Botswana, which is an entity which supervises legal matters for lawyers, and it ensures that every year lawyers who are practicing submit up-to-date audited accounts. This is a very, very important way of making sure that there's ethical integrity. And in fact, what has been happening is that a number of lawyers have been actually removed from the role as a result of failure to maintain these standards. So for you to be successful, this is crucial. Number 5, effective communication. What do I mean by this? I mean you must develop a strong communication skills to interact with clients, colleagues, and stakeholders from different backgrounds and languages. What we used to do in this regard, we used to develop effective communication by ensuring that we invite our colleagues from time to time to what we used to call the mother of all parties. Once a year, we used to try and interact with lawyers at a social level. And these days, there are many other ways of interacting socially, whether it means attending seminars, attending workshops with other lawyers, so that you can develop that relationship and have that ability to effectively communicate with other stakeholders. This includes the courts. This includes learning how to communicate with judges, etc. Number 6, technology integration. You cannot survive these days without embracing technology. I'm telling you, it is important that if you don't have a website, you have to develop one. If you don't have a social media presence on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and even on Instagram, it is very, very important. I'm active myself, even on such things as TikTok. But it's important in this fast-paced legal landscape that to be successful and to be able to be in touch with your technologically advanced clients, you also be technologically advanced. Number 7, collaborative culture. This one requires a conscious and deliberate effort to foster a collaborative work environment that encourages knowledge sharing among lawyers and support staff. What we used to do at Lerumo Mogobe legal practitioners, and we still try to do from time to time, is to ensure that on a frequent basis we meet both support staff and lawyers to prepare for cases. What I actually made it my job as a managing partner to make sure that every Friday we get together, we prepare for the coming Friday. Yes, we do have a few drinks to make sure that we do a little bit of frequent team building in this regard. And those of you who worked with our law firm will remember that these used to be moments to look forward to, especially given the fact that at the end of the month, we'd actually go out to local restaurants to further foster and develop this collaborative culture. Number 8, strategic marketing. Develop a strategic marketing plan that showcases your firm's expertise, highlights successful cases, and reaches potential clients across the continent. This means that where you've succeeded in the courts, you should not be shy about sharing those successes and letting your clients and your potential clients know about the areas in which you are proficient. So you need to actually market consciously. There was a time when it was called touting and lawyers were prohibited from marketing themselves. But ever since the famous Haribabono case, where a lawyer who is currently the Law Society chairman, Mr. Haribabono, challenged these archaic provisions and had the law changed. And now you can advertise as much as you want. Number 9, financial prudence. Implement sound financial management practices to ensure sustainable growth, including careful budgeting and strategic financial planning. This one is so important. You cannot succeed unless your finances are in order. In this regard, I would strongly recommend that even if you cannot get a chartered accountant to come and run your firm, make sure that you have somebody with accounting skills, somebody who is recognized by an accounting entity such as BICA that regulates their conduct, and make sure that that person is in charge of your bookkeeping department and runs the show. This is very, very crucial. The clients will know if a place is well run by the quality of statements and fee notes that they receive in this regard. So don't take any chances in terms of financial prudence. Number 10, social responsibility. Engage in pro bono work. What this means is that, yes, you have to represent members of the community for free, some of them. Community initiatives and legal education efforts to ensure that you give back to the communities you operate in. I know of a lawyer who sets aside a certain number of hours per week to ensure that he meets with clients who might be needing assistance. Funny enough, what may start as pro bono work can develop into paying work in terms of it getting known that you can assist. We've been very fortunate as Lerumo Mogobe legal practitioners that we have, I personally have had 100% track record insofar as criminal cases, touch wood, through representing people on a pro bono basis. Lastly, I'm giving you a bonus now. This is number 11. To successfully run a law firm in Botswana and in Africa, you require to have a combination of legal prowess, cultural awareness, effective management skills, a dedication to providing valuable legal services to clients across the continent. You will be successful only if you care for your clients. It's almost like what John Maxwell once said, that people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. The same thing applies when it comes to running a successful law practice. So that is all I have for you. But before I go, let me ask you to hit that subscribe button and also to strike that notification bell so that we can continue to give you this powerful, powerful content. I hope you appreciate this. Thank you very much indeed.